what is it about Virat Kohli and whether he should have had a final goodbye. Closer we get to that England tour, we'll realize that there won't be two names on the sheet. Obviously Rohit, but now Virat being an absolute backbone of this test team for like 14 years. It does pain me.
He's the ambassador of test cricket, flag bearer. He made me, fell in love with this format.
Just the fact that this man in his favorite format is not going to play anymore. And that really saddens me.
The next generation will ask, oh, he hasn't scored 10,000 runs. Oh yeah, his average is just below 50. Why is he your greatest of, why is he celebrated this much? But
all I'd like to say is that Virat Kohli, the test match captain batter, that is lethal.
Lethal, yeah.
That is lethal. You talk about fitness, he's got it next level. Discipline, grace, elegance. He had everything as a test match package. All of that will be forgotten because what this man has done is be the best brand ambassador for a country like India in test cricket.
The CDC office is empty right now, and so are our hearts, I guess. Amidst Pakistan's failed attempts to drop bombs on India, I guess Virat Kohli chose to do that job on our hearts. Avanish, does a breakup hurt more or this very announcement in the morning?
I mean, look, jokes apart, I was shell-shocked when the announcement took place on Instagram. There was so many rumors going around that Virat could not play England. Rohit's gone, now Virat next. The question was inevitable. And when I opened my Instagram today, I was just in disbelief. Not just because I'm a Kohli fan, not just because I cover cricket and we are all in this industry, but just the fact that this man in his favorite format is not going to play anymore. And that really saddens me.
It does. And I'll come to you, Vikas. We have seen a journey of 14 years and now it has just wrapped in a most unexpected manner, I feel.
Unexpected manner, yes. But शायद उसने एक छोटा सा हिंट दे दिया था हम सब लोगों को कि भाई मैं जाने वाला हूँ. मैंने बता दिया है कि अच्छा मैं शायद जा सकता हूँ. रोक सको तो रोक लो. But जब वो न्यूज़ आई तभी मुझे लग गया था कि भाई इसको जाना तो है. I think Virat is not that kind of person who will get influenced by someone or he'll stop. जैसे we all know that he plays for the joy of the play. Yeah, I think the first thing I did, I think this is the first time, Avnish, I don't really like what I'm doing. Because this is the time, I really wanted to soak this in, कि हाँ भाई, थोड़ा सा मुझे ही देखने दो.
Yeah.
कि I wanted to see a lot of edits, I wanted to see a lot of Virat Kohli posts, but again, you have to work as well, and why we are here. Trying to work. And
I agree with you, Vikas, on this, that when you said, no, this is the moment I'm not enjoying. I took up this profession myself just because of the sheer joy of it. But this, just doesn't feel right. And I would want to, talk about the lyrics my way that Virat Kohli used in the post. And the lyrics goes by, and now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway. And much more than this, I did it my way. It was indeed my way, Avanish.
Yeah, very powerful, very poignant. Frank Sinatra, no better sort of song to kind of depict his path in test cricket. And the career is going to come to a glorious end. Like Vikas just said there, the penny's not sunk in for most of us. It will drop some point in time that, hey, Virat Kohli is not playing test cricket for India anymore. Until we experience that, and I think the closer we get to that England tour, we'll realize that there won't be two names on the sheet. Obviously Rohit, but now Virat being an absolute backbone of this test team for like 14 years. It does pain me. It does hurt me. And maybe a month or 2 months, I might shed a small tear somewhere, purely because the love for the game still invigorates me, and seeing Kohli being so animated, we love it. The fact that BGT didn't work out for the way that India did, but we still saw Virat doing his best as an acting captain, battling his demons outside the fifth stump. All of that will be forgotten because what this man has done is be the best brand ambassador for a country like India in test cricket.
And Vikas, Sachin's retirement, VVS's retirement, Dravid's retirement came in at 39. He's just 36. He left all this chole bhature to retire.
Yeah.
At this age, I am devastated right now. If you ask me, I am infuriated at Virat Kohli. How could you do this to me and to all those billions of fans that he made over the years and the budding cricket fans that were looking forward to him? He won't be there. He's the truest of the truest ambassador of Test cricket.
Truest of the like you said, is the ambassador of Test cricket. A flag bearer. He made me, fell in love with this format, because I know we have like a different generation, different heroes. Of course, everyone loved Sachin Tendulkar. For me, it's Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli made me love this format. He's been outstanding in ODIs, T20s as well, but he made sure that, okay, this is the ultimate format of the game, and he wanted to excel. He excelled, and even after the failures, I don't think no one was like really questioning him. The legacy is as such कि भाई इतना करके रखा है. The credit in the bank that we often say. Just I like she said कि it's not done. It's not done.
It's not done. And now let's pick one memory each that that really got that Kohli puglu in you out in Test cricket. Go ahead.
Just the fact that he was able to mastermind a victory in the home of cricket, Lords, with the weather conditions assisting us, with the West Pace battery that he put together, with the fire that he breathed throughout the 10 other players, I think it's going to be one of India's greatest wins. And that just epitomizes how well he's captained India, how he's left this imprint of such a brilliant, renewed energy that I don't think even people want to act and project will ever get, because that is the true, authentic Kohli that we know. The Delhi boy was never buried in himself, no matter which overseas project he had to conquer. And that was most remarkable from Virat Kohli's perspective. You guys were just discussing about the certain legends who passed out of this format in India before, your Dravids, your Tendulkars, your Lakshmans, your Kumblis and Gangulys. And many of them had a final goodbye on the field. Many of them didn't. I just want to quickly pose one to both of you all before we get into his moments, because it is, of course, grabbing me right now in all emotions when I ask you, what is it about Virat Kohli and whether he should have had a final goodbye in tests? Do you think he should have had last test match?
100%.
For sure.
100%.
Like
He
a
deserved
dedicated
it.
one.
He deserved it. He
Test
deserved it.
cricket deserved it. He deserved it.
No,
But-
it's not. See, people will like. There's one very good reel that I've seen. That sometimes when you go back, the next generation will ask, "Oh, he hasn't done 10. He hasn't scored 10,000 runs. Oh, yeah, his average is just below 50. Why is he a greatest
So
of
celebrated.
Why is he celebrated this much?" But people in this generation have seen that change, and for that very reason, I know Dravid has more. No, he has more runs. A lot of them, like a lot of other players, have more runs than Virat Kohli. But the change, and exactly the time when Indian Test cricket was not doing well, he picked it up and he left it somewhere else. For just that fact, I mean, he deserved it. But again, it's his choice rather
Yeah.
than anyone else.
And that's what I was just going to come to, the fact that it is someone like Virat Kohli who wouldn't want that personal attention on him, even though he's bestowed it upon him through sheer success and the run-making ability that he's had throughout his career. It's not like he's the kind of guy to say, you know what, this is going to be my last test and then I'm going to say goodbye. He's retired at a time where he knows the transition time of Indian cricket is precarious.
Yeah.
And it's such a pertinent point in our Test cricket history that this England tour, if we win, we're all like, you know what, thanks for the memories Virat and Rohit, but this is the new dawn, new
Yeah.
invigoration of Indian cricketers. So come back to Virat here, as you asked me initially, my only moment that stands tall is the 60 overs at Hell and the various amazing displays of batsmanship he showed. I mean, like Vikas and me were discussing in another video, the fact that he wouldn't ever be breached in terms of scoring the most double hundreds as a captain for any Test playing nation. Lara did it, and Lara did it at a time when West Indies cricket was anyway in the doldrums.
Yeah.
But Virat to do it when he had great batters around him in your Rahanes, Pujaras, KLs, and your Rohits, and so on and so forth, just stands testimony to the fact. So, double 100 appetite, and then the captain that he was for me.
And I think his very ability to give it back.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that, the Aussies are going to be hunted down at their own home?
Yeah.
2019 was the time when we won that series. 2018, oh my god, that celebration, it's still there in my heart.
Yeah.
अपने career में बहुत कम time injured हुए हैं, but there was this one time where his shoulder got injured and he was ruled out for the last test match. I was in tears at that point. I had my accountancy exam. I didn't care for anything. I was just praying for his well-being. And I remember Glenn Maxwell mocking him with that celebration. And I was like, how can he do that? Like, my inner child was so angry. And then I saw Virat Kohli giving it back to him with that another celebration. It was just next level. He missed out on the last match. KL Rahul hit that winning runs, and the way Virat Kohli roared with celebration, just whole picture is in my mind right now. These are some of the very small
exactly, and it's good that you bring up that series, because that series gets forgotten with all the things that Virat's achieved, and I'm pretty sure Vikas will back me up here. If you remember that series, that was when the brain fade happened.
Yeah.
And Virat didn't really particularly shine with a bat, but as a captain. He was on the Aussies like never before. I think he got into the minds of the Aussies before he could do what he did in Australia in 2018. And even if you look at some of the fall of wickets in that series, Ashwin and Jadeja running through, he was appealing more than Jadeja, more than Ashwin. He was at times losing his temper with the umpires out there. And that's where we as a nation, as Test cricket fans, we're just like, bhai, this is insane. This is insane. Because, bro, think about it. We've all grown up in an era, maybe give or take a little bit here or there, where India are perceived as timid. Right. India are perceived as, we'll oblige. We've grown up watching Sachin, Dravid, who are the gentlemen of the game. But Virat, to infuse this energy, the way that you and me see cricket is incredible. So
yeah, the same thing that you're talking about, like you said, giving it back and everything. It's, first of all, it's very hard to look, pass by this 60 overs. It's insane. 60 overs of hell.
Yeah.
How can you even say that? Basically, what happened? James Anderson comes to bat, and it's like last wicket or something. Mohammad Siraj was there, and Virat Kohli, he made sure that Anderson is looking at him, and he asked Mohammad Siraj to bowl here.
Yeah.
He goes back when Anderson is not seeing him here. It's not just aggression. It's always backed it up with the planning. Aggression will get you somewhere.
Yeah.
But you have to back it up with your players, with your performances and planning.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And that series showed us so much. There were small little
again in that series also,
where he shook hands with James Anderson. I know all of us remember it, where he was like, "Yeah, well played," like a hard man shake hand, saying, "We played hard, we beat you. Now accept it." All I'd like to say is that Virat Kohli, the Test match captain batter, that is lethal.
Lethal, yeah.
That is lethal, because him as a batter, okay, people will talk about his last 5 years averaging 30 and all of that. But him as a captain who was a batter, he almost took it upon himself, saying, no matter what position India in, I'll get you out of this. So I know it's an elongated office vibes, but...
And I mean, I just want to mention one thing. India's DGMO, while, giving a briefing, India versus Pakistan, all this whole thing is happening. If he's taking out time in his press conference, when an issue is of a national level, and he's mentioning and talking about Virat Kohli, calling his one of his favorite players, then I think...
Aura.
That's just sheer aura that he has created.
Aura, respect, just the fact that he's an ambassador of the country, and the fact that in a serious press conference like that, for him to also quote the whole Ashes line, and which is so pertinent to cricket, and so many times we three of us jokingly say cricket and life, there's so many similarities, and Virat Kohli's brought that to the fore to unbelievable amounts. I mean, you talk about fitness, he's got it next level, discipline, great, grace, elegance, he had everything as a Test match package, and now it's starting to hit me, so I don't know.
So just one last thing, you guys have to dedicate one song, then I'll dedicate mine.
A song?
Yes, for Virat.
Aerosmith, Dream On comes to mind. I think those two personalities which I've grown up watching, Cristiano Ronaldo and Virat Kohli, are so alike but different in a way. But that song, I can't play it for the benefit of the copyright, but if you guys just watch any Kohli video and put Dream On, I don't have to sing it. The emotions will be heard. What about you?
Not a song, but a dialogue. I think Pankaj Tripaঠি's dialogue कि whenever anyone will ask me कि अच्छा, anyone will tell me कि इससे बेहतर कोई आएगा नहीं आएगा, मैं लिख के देता हूँ नहीं आएगा, मैं लिख के देता हूँ नहीं आएगा.
Yeah, fair.
The song, it's a Bollywood song, Lari Chuti. We all have seen the memes also when each and every player just goes, and it was always Virat who was the last man standing, and now that he's also gone, the song starts like जो लोग कहते हैं ना जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है, गलत कहते हैं. Because again, I'm very infuriated, very sad as a Virat fan. So I think जो हुआ मेरे लिए तो उतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ, and I think you would all resonate with the same feeling. जो हुआ अच्छा नहीं हुआ. Cricket.